What's going on YouTube? C-Dog Face here from Allcitycuts. It's been a while, but we're back. I'm creating these tutorials for you. Got a POV style for you guys today, so yeah, let's just jump right into the tutorial. As you can see, we're setting in our guidelines. Today we're doing a mid taper with the two on the sides. Very run-of-the-mill haircut in the barbershop. I honestly do these and bald fades all day. Different variations of these cuts, of course. But yeah, right here I'm setting in all my guidelines. I'm making sure I utilize the tool in my hand so I don't have to pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. So yeah. And right after that, I'm following it up with the full shaver. Making sure I clear out all the stubble underneath so I can get a super clean transition. And right here, we're attacking the blend by going blade open. And I fade down, so through all three of these steps, you're going to see, or all three of these sides, you're going to see me go open to close. So I create the section, and then the bottom guideline that we set in with the trimmer, we're going to take out with the clipper. Guys, this tutorial today is going to be pretty straightforward. You can follow along, you can watch it while you cut hair. It's honestly like the easiest hair cutting system to date. Anybody could do this hair cutting system. You could literally watch this for the first time and probably copy the same thing and never pick up a pair of clippers a day in your life. But here we are, we're grabbing the, looking like the one guard. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of far away. We have grabbed the one guard, going open, going all around the head. It's kind of easier to film in these POV haircut tutorials because I could just keep cutting and filming. I don't have to cut one side and then move the camera and do all this fancy stuff. I'm going to be giving out more of these tutorials with the POVs, but yeah, going back and detailing a little bit. That line didn't get taken out. Here we are with our final side, going open and closing it down. You guys can start this fade whatever way you want. If you want to debulk the sides, or if you want to start with the taper like I did. There's no wrong way with how you do a fade, as long as it's efficient and the result you need. But I think I actually lied, guys. That was a 0 guard we used, and then we used a 1. So we went blade, 0 guard, then 1. So right here we're clearing out, making sure all my sections are neat. We're doing all the exact same steps in 3 spots of the head, the neck, and each sideburns. Now right here we grab our 2 guard. This is the length we're going to be using on the whole side panel of the head. So I'm just going to make sure I keep a square shape and make sure I knock down all the hair. Now guys, when you have a client that's been coming to you for a while, you could change up your hair cutting system to a degree. Like usually if this was a first time client, I would knock down everything with the 2 guard first and then taper it up. But I've been cutting him for years now, so I could just try different styles and methods on how to cut the hair. Yeah, right here, I usually, when I debulk, I use anything closed, like a big guard closed. Like if we were using a 1, I would maybe do it open, but yeah, I'm just making sure I'm trying to catch all the hair going into the teeth. You guys leave a comment below if you like the longer teeth guards or shorter teeth guards. Like wall style guards are way shorter with their teeth, but I like the longer style guards. I use Andis blades and clippers and stuff like that. But right here we're getting into the clipper over comb. This is what makes the haircut the haircut. We're connecting the sides into the top. If you have a crispy taper and shit flow into the top, it just ain't gonna work at all. So you want to make sure this part is smooth, and there's no really right amount of hair to take off. You want to pull out the hair and pull it away from the head. And less is more when you're doing clipper over comb, I'll be honest with you. I used to, like when I first started doing clipper over comb, I used to chunk the shit out of people. but less is more rule of thumb. And if you could go in and pull out, like wedge it out, that would save you guys a lot. Or you could throw a guard on there if you're not that comfortable doing flip over comb. Right here, we're getting into the lineup, making sure it's real crispy. He likes seeing the sharp lines, so we're going to give him a nice sharp C cup. I know a lot of barbers don't really care about the lineup, but if you ever get a really crispy lineup on a white guy, it just really pops. It makes the whole fade pop. I don't know if you guys noticed when I was lining up his C cup, I also make sure I leverage 2-3 points of contact. It's my fingers, two of my fingers, and the trimmer. So I'm not really freehanding the lineup. If anyone's struggling with giving a lineup, you want to make sure you're balancing and having 3 points of contact. If you have that, and be patient and take your time, your lineup should come out real crispy, and you're not going to take more hair off than what you need. Like, see how much control I have over that clipper right there? I'm in full, complete control. And in case he were to move, like a little kid were to move, I could feel it before I put the trimmer on him. And yeah, and the kid won't get jacked up. But here we are going to the other side, doing the same exact thing. Make sure you're having points of leverage and making the fade real crispy. Yeah, as you can see, that fade already came together. I kind of like giving the haircut and then putting it in a picture frame and then detailing it after. It's the most efficient system I thought of, honestly. If you guys have any other better ways of fading or lining up, or what works better for you, leave a comment down below. But I don't know why it's taking me so long to do these C cuts. I don't know if I was talking during the cut. But yeah, you make sure you want to pull down the ear, but not give too much tension, because if you pulled it on too much tension, one, there's a lot of nerves around the ear, and you could cut them, and the line will be jacked up once you release the tension on the lineup. But guys, this haircut literally only took me 17 minutes, which is insane. My haircut appointment times are 30 minutes, but sometimes I could get haircuts done very, very quickly. And the reason why I can get them done quickly is because I'm extremely efficient in using my tools, utilizing my tools, and running an efficient system left to right or right to left on the head. As you can see, I've been moving with purpose this whole entire haircut. Not a single waste of motion. Or you could say the only waste of motions I've been doing is literally like picking up and putting down the tool. It's a different clipper. Sometimes the first clipper and guards doesn't catch the hair right, so you go back with the new one or a different blade, and it just spices the blend up a little bit more. Right now I'm just refining the fade, making sure everything's solid. Right here on this clipper, the Rebel, it got a thinner blade. It got the Faber blade, I'm pretty sure. And the Faber blade is a mix between a taper and a fade blade. I'll break down a video on the difference between the blades, but it kind of is a marriage of the skin and being able to like open up almost to a true one. But this clipper right here helps me get out my skin lines, because I was using an Andis blade and it opens up to a true one. So this will really just make the blend really pop at the bottom, and the lineup, everything's going to go together. I'm just going to fast forward this until we get to the scissors on top. So see you guys then. All right, here we go, tackling the top. Now you want to make sure you fully saturate the hair. If some hair is wet, dry, it's going to get cut at certain lengths and you won't be able to grip the hair right. So make sure you thoroughly saturate the hair and take your time on this part. Comb through everything, make sure there's no knots, sometimes locks. you'd be surprised. I've come through some of my clients here and found locks or sticks, twigs, leaves. Just make sure you take your time on this part and fully saturate there. So now we're going to get into using scissors. So I use a very simple method. I do like 3 lanes and 3 spots. So I literally just grab the hair, pull it up from the back section, cut in the middle, then cut left, then cut right. But sorry, I haven't recorded this in a while. So I'm combing all the hair over down to the side. As you can see, it kind of leaves like more of a bowl effect. So I'm literally just trimming the edge of this because I'm still trying to keep that square shape, but I don't want it to grow out real funky. So just kind of refine the blend into the top and the sides. You'd be surprised. I'm taking like maybe not even a 1/4 inch off this, but this makes a huge difference. Like as you can see, like the hair on this side, since he pushes it over, I didn't see that in previous cuts. I missed that hair, so I was able to knock it or cut it down. And all right, so this part right here, you want to make sure you don't cut too much of the hair with the bangs. So you want to section it and kind of feather it in, because you don't want it there to just be like bangs and then fade. You want it to kind of all flow in that corner. So as you can see, I was piecing it apart and still cutting and trimming the edge of it. So yeah, just trying to make sure this thing all flows. As you can see, his hair is kind of heavy on the side, so I take more off in some spots. It just honestly take off what it needs. Once you train your barber eye, you honestly see what the haircut, like the heavy spots and where it's too short, too long. But here, like I was saying before, I grab a section from the back, and this cut we decided to just point cut the whole thing, give it a lot of texture, because it does take out some length and heaviness, but he didn't really want a lot of length taken out because he was growing it out. So I'm just point cutting the whole entire haircut. But I still use the same sections of middle, left, right. And I do 3 rows of that. So I do 1 in the back, middle, and then the bangs, I bring it back to the 3rd section or the 2nd section. So because the bangs, you want the bangs to be able to fall, because you don't want to cut the bangs extremely short if the client doesn't want them short. So if you bring them back, over direct them backward, then it will be easier to cut more off, because you can't add hair, you can always take more off. So yeah, we're just pretty much point cutting this whole thing, and it's going to give it a bunch of texture, because this is the hairstyle that's in now with all the high schools. They call it a low taper fade, the textured fringe, all that fancy stuff. And if I were to tell younger me or anybody getting into barbering right now, this would be the haircut to get extremely good at. Especially the haircut, I think it's the blowout taper. If you get really good at that haircut, you will have clients. I 100% guarantee that you will have clients. That is like the hottest haircut in right now. Everybody wants that. It's actually really funny because I view that haircut as like the white dude fro, because it's a taper and then you stick up all the hair on the sides. It literally looks like a taper with a fro. But I think it's been like 2 weeks since my last video. I gotta be more consistent. I was trying to do like every day, all day, then I ended up getting sick. This is like 3 weeks ago. Then I ended up getting sick and the video progress went down. I'll stand up to like 1, 2 in the morning trying to edit and do all these videos every night, and my body just bogged down. So I think the new content strategy is I'm going to literally do 1 to 2 videos a week. And I just got into Opus Clip, so I honestly really like it because I'm gonna clip up this whole thing. I'm literally just gonna throw the link in there and it clips it up for me. I gotta detail it a little bit better, but it's gonna do that, and then I'm gonna have content literally for the whole month. It's gonna be beautiful. So, but this is gonna be nice because I'm gonna have like other style videos, of course, outside of just haircut tutorials. But I'm trying to grow this page so I can start just educating a lot more barbers. I understand the content really sucked right now, and that's hard to say. I mean, no one wants their content to suck, but my content sucks, and I noticed that. I think the quality of the video is there, and the haircuts are there. Like the quality, like meaning crispness, not like the editing, the voiceover. The voiceovers, I'm super nervous for. The editing could be better, but I need to get really good at thumbnails and the titles. If I get good at those, I'll get more clicks, and then I'll get more eyes, more views, and hopefully subscribers, and we could totally build something. But here we are, finally dusting off the client. Making sure, you always want to make sure you dust off the client. Like, you could get cues, like if they're touching their face, if they're like look uncomfortable, you want to make sure you're dusting them off. But as you can see right here, most of this haircut was more detail work. It wasn't really, I wasn't sitting here trying to do the fade the whole time. I was just doing the detail work. But here's the final product. I'm just refining it right now to make sure the lineup's sharp. When it got wet, there was some hairs that were overhanging because I left it more bulky because he has blonde hair, but it makes the whole thing pop. But here's the final cut. If you guys do like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll answer all comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.